You're going to love this. Trust me, what you're seeing now is my normal state.
Welcome, I'm Spaghetti King, and today I will be watching The History of Germany Every Year by Danzig HD Mapper. So, Danzig HD Mapper has been around for a while. He's one of the old dudes. And he used to sort of like collab with Oli Bai a little bit. I shouldn't even say a little bit, a decent amount. From what I remember, and this video, from what I remember, was very similar to Oli Bai's History of Western Europe every year. Like very, very similar, like similar graphics, similar like details and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go in expecting that. I saw this some time ago. And, you know, I was like, I'll watch it again, see how it holds up. So this is in 2018. 2018, that's a little bit, that's more, recent than I thought. But, you know, we'll see. So we'll see the details he includes. We'll see if it's good, see if it holds up, or if I think, it needs to be improved. And thankfully, this is something I'm actually a little bit more familiar with, because, for the most part, I think I am quite familiar with, you know, the Holy Roman Empire and the small German states of that period. Pretty good myself, because there's a lot information on those, even though there's a lot of them, obviously, as people know. Oh, just putting in my headphones there. Headphone. It's a lot easier to find information on those tiny states, in my experience, than it is to find various duchies or entities of other medieval countries, such as in the Balkans or Russia or whatever. So, yes, sweetly, yes. So, you know, I think, you know, I'll go in well on this, but we'll see how it goes. So, okay, let's go. The history of Germany, Deutschland. Let's see what you can do, sir. Some Kevin MacLeod in here, Brandenburg Concerto number 6, I believe, by good old Johann Sebastian Bach. Okay, so East Francia. He has each of what is basically the stem duchies shown already. Now, Bavaria existed. I don't believe Franconia existed at that time, if Franconia, if you want to call it that. Yeah, you see this? He shows that's the stem duchies after, like, 9, 10, 9, 11. The stem duchies all basically become their own first sovereign entities, and I don't think you had Thuringia and Franconia at that time. You had Lorraine, you had Old Saxony, you had Bavaria, but I think he basically like generalized it. I think Oli showed it how it should be shown in his Netherlands video that he did, but oh please, are you seriously lagging? Really? Really, dude? Really? Really? Really, dude? Really? You've disappointed me immensely. Okay. Okay, so we had the Marker Juranus there, or the German March of these Slavic territories that Saxony has. You can even see that they later will become Greater Saxony from the shape of them, which is nice. Bohemia is there. Do not lag. Do I need to lower the quality on this thing? This thing better not be 1080p, because I hate 1080p because it lags. Okay. Okay, so we have the Lombard League, we have the expansion of Pomerania at this point. You got Mecklenburg, yeah. Got Holstein. Okay. You do have the free imperial cities are shown in the proper German gray color. You do have Arga right there, if it's labeled as Arga, but basically you have the Habsburgs there. Yeah, I think it says Habsburg. The original Habsburgs right there, which is going to become Austrian pretty soon. There you go, right there. They inherited the land from Habsburg Castle in Switzerland and all that, so you can see that. Okay. Bohemian intervention and the whole Piast crisis stuff. That's there. That's there. That's good. Okay. Okay, so we're going to get Bohemian Silesia at this point. And if I remember right, he showed the Bohemian crown lands accurately to what they should be shown. So he's got the personal union with Luxembourg and Bohemia and all that going, which is good. There's I can't point out everything. There's too many things that I could point out. Like I haven't pointed out Italy and stuff. But so he shows the Bohemian crown lands. As various landholders within the Bohemian crown lands died off, they were passed down to the Habsburg line, and they went into a personal union rather than vassalship with Bohemia, which was, of course, inherited by the Habsburgs later on. And I believe he shows that for each one, which is very good, because I don't think I've ever seen anyone else actually show each crown land as it went by inheritance to inheritance to inheritance, which is very good. Because most people aren't that autistic about personal unions like I am. Okay. So you have the Habsburgs. They are inheriting Hungary now. Okay. So you see that Hungary is not shown with Croatia. Hungary was in personal union with Croatia. I mean, this is sort of debated, but basically, you know, it's more proper to show it as in personal union with Croatia rather than, like, it, you know, controlling Croatia. So for me, whenever I see Croatia not shown, I see that as kind of an eh. Oh, he has the Swedish stuff labeled. I didn't know he had the Swedish stuff labeled. That's right. Well, we already skipped through the whole bloody 30 Years War stuff, so I didn't... whatever, you know. Oh, he's got Hanover too? Oh, look at this guy. Isn't this guy on top of his game? Okay, so give me Prussian Silesia. There we go, buddies. Okay, Greater Saxony, Electorate of Saxony, Duchy of Saxony. Okay, if you want to call it that. Galicia. Time for some Poland annexation. Let's see. Does he separate the Galician? Yeah, he does! He shows the Galician Autonomous Area. Oh! Okay, Confederation of the Rhine. Okay, Württemberg, Baden, Prussia. Okay. Oh, he's got Luxembourg in the German Confederation there. Okay, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. So he shows it as part of the Netherlands, but the Netherlands is separate. Yeah, there you go. North German Confederation, German Empire. Bosnia, you know, not really much from here, but you can still see each of the federal constituents of the German Empire, so yeah, that's good. Bosnian co-rule. Oh, he shows the Kingdom of Poland puppet state correctly. German centralization under Adolf, World War II, all that stuff, yeah. Yeah. Pretty simple at this point. Okay. East Germany doesn't have a color. I find it weird that East Germany doesn't have a color, considering you colored, like, you know, a lot of other things that people don't normally color, but whatever. Reunified, blah blah blah. Alright. Okay. So like I said, I think the early Kingdom of Germany, he was showing things that would become the stem duchies, even though they didn't actually exist in that form yet. But I don't really... Look, boy. You know... Baby boy. Yeah, other than the fact that Austria was... Well... Okay, let's take a look at, like, the Austrian Netherlands. Is that okay? Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, he didn't color like the individual Austrian possessions there. Oh yeah, he has Dutch possessions that are still within the HRE while the Netherlands is separate. Okay, that's good. Danish possessions, okay. This is fine. Hanover is its own thing. Okay. He's got Upper Lorraine here. It is Upper Lorraine. I usually call it like East Lorraine out of habit, but yeah. Yeah. So he had the German Confederation, and he had all that stuff. This Hungary border looks really not right to me. Whenever I see this dude doing Hungary, it just doesn't look that great to me. He does have these little villages here, which were a part of Poland at the time, which not many people include. So, yeah. Oh, he's got the, whatever they are, these various small states within Austria's borders, but not actually part of Austria. A lot of people will forget that too. So, got Liechtenstein labeled. Aren't you? You know. Oh yeah. So, yeah. Keep in mind with a lot of this stuff, how you show things. A lot of times depends on the mapper themselves. So he'll show like vassals of these states as they are. Which is probably the best way of doing it. Like, let's go... yeah. Okay, well, we got, like, Swabia, and we got, like, Burgundy right here. Or the Kingdom of Arles, or whatever you want to call it. You know, there are several Burgundies. This is the main Burgundy that formed the Kingdom of Burgundy within the Holy Roman Empire. And, you can see its vassals here. It was shrinking at this point, but he's showing each of these things vassal by vassal. Or I should say, like, other times that wouldn't be shown. You could show it a different way. Like, you could... Sometimes people show this as, like, still under proper German control. Because, like, for example, like, Oli's doing this now, like, in his Netherlands video. The stem duchies were before the concept of statehood within the HRE itself. And when I keep saying stem duchies, I'm talking about this. These are the first duchies that separated, or it's hard to use an exact word, but these are basically the first duchies that gained proper autonomy and sort of sovereignty within Germany. In fact, this is before the Holy Roman Empire's formed still. But they still were subservient to Germany, more so really as vassals. They're kind of like vassals, really, more than they are like states. That most people associate the Holy Roman Empire with. Most people associate the states of it, which are basically independent countries that are a part of this pretty much proposition state. Like, we go to 1700s, and by this point, all of these are all independent countries. They're all independent countries. They all are allying against or for who they want and stuff like that. But the stem duchies are before that definition was properly understood. But I understand why someone wouldn't use that definition, because, for example, Upper Lorraine here technically was always a stem duchy. Technically, they never really got rid of that status. So if you counted stem duchies as vassals, then, like, this would be like a vassal, but all these other ones weren't, which Upper Lorraine really wasn't. And that's why it's such a difficult thing to really, like, nail down how you define certain things within the HRE, because it's complex, okay? It's complex. But nonetheless, again, this is how most people do it, is they just go, oh, if it's a duchy, if it's whatever, we'll just show it as independent, and we'll just leave it at that, which, you know, is the safest move, I would say, rather than making it more complicated. So, with that, let's take just a little look at like Italy, see if there's anything I have to say. Oh, he did show the Lombard League, didn't he? Yeah. Savoy, he didn't label Savoy. Okay. I mean, I guess it's not really that important, because by the time it would be important, it's lost. He's got the Swiss Confederacy, which looked good to me. I mean, there are multiple statuses of the different cantons, which is kind of difficult to define, but looks good to me from what I'm seeing. Yeah. You know, I could... Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna go that in-depth that it doesn't, you know, whatever. I would only need to look at that if this were a specific Swiss video. Okay, I got Genoa. Tuscany, yeah. So he's got all that, you know, it's there. Does he have the Papal States? When the Papal States are actually a part of it? Oh, he labels them as an Italian vassal. Oh, the Papal States are... That's... those aren't the exact borders I use myself, but I've seen that before. Whatever. What the... Oh, it's like... Yeah, I thought that was the... Okay. Oh, fact, actually. I want to see Lower Lorraine. There you go. I want to see that collapse. 1190 though. I believe it was 1200. I don't remember. I don't remember. Okay, whatever. I'm going too much into it. I'm going too much into it. You know, there's too much for me to go into. The imperial cities look good for what I'm seeing. I don't think oh, whatever. I was gonna mention like a couple occupations of Hamburg and stuff like that happened, but no need to. This looks good to me. Obviously, we don't see Denmark, so we don't really get to see the status of Denmark. Like, you know, if he has like the Duchy of Schleswig like separate from Denmark or whatever, because I'm a bit of a stickler on that, and people don't usually show that, but that doesn't really matter. So, all of this looks relatively good to me. Relatively good to me. I would say this is a safe one. This is a good one. You know, I wouldn't say it's the best thing because we've learned some things actually. Oh bloody! There was I forgot about this. There was West Francia actually inheriting the throne of East Francia, Middle Francia at one point for like a couple of years, and I don't remember what years those were. So. 843. Yeah, it would have happened during this time frame, and I don't believe that was covered in this video, actually. I don't believe it was. Which, I don't blame them because most people forget that, but yeah, I don't believe that happened in this video. So that would be another thing that's missing. Oh! I completely forgot about Moravia. He has Bohemia, but he doesn't have the Margravate of Moravia. So he's showing Bohemia again. Same thing with like Hungary and Croatia. You had Bohemia, and you had the Margravate of Moravia. So Bohemia is here, and then Moravia is here. And then he shows Bohemian Silesia under the Bohemian Groundlands. He shows that good, but he doesn't have Moravia, which is weird because Moravia existed, but he doesn't show it. And you know they were in personal union. So, yeah, but he shows, like, over here, the Austrian crown lands. He shows, you know, Carinthia and Tyrol, Carniola, all this is separate. Shows all the Austrian stuff is separate, so Moravia should be separate, and it isn't. And I've seen that a lot too, and it's kind of problematic, but, Oh, he could have shown, like, Angevin stuff, now that I think about it. Sort of like province and whatnot, but no need. He doesn't show Hanover as being British, which isn't technically wrong, because technically it was the House of Hanover who were in Britain, not a British house in Hanover. So depending on how you define it, you know, you might just show Hanover as you know, being the one that you would show over Britain in that case. So, not anything I need to worry about. Oh, it's got Pisa. Yeah. Florence. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's way too much. You know, that's the thing. When it comes to this stuff, specifically, there's way too much little things you can point out. So I don't want to go overkill with it. But overall, a good video. Not a perfect video, but a good video. In some ways, it was better than I remembered. In some ways, it was worse than I remembered. If you were to ask me, is this like the best Germany video? I think so, but mainly just because someone else hasn't just come out and done one that's better. But yeah, this is good. This is a good one. It's clean. It gives you information about you know, a lot of states that otherwise aren't really shown, and it's you know, I would say it's on the mark. It's on the mark. You know, and you know, in a certain sense, a lot of the, I don't want to say the mistakes are from its time, because as I learn things, I, you know, change my opinion, but I have to keep in mind that me learning things isn't the same as the rest of the world learning things. So it's just a me thing. But yeah, overall, good video. Respectable, shows off some things that definitely weren't shown by videos coming out at this time. So, you know, mixed, but overall good. You know, it's just hard to keep all these things in mind when you know small little flaws and things like that. But again, you know, no need to be all bashful and awkward about it. It is what it is. So, you know, I'll take that video. Well done on the video, sir. Danzig HD Mapper. And, yeah, with that said, I'm Spaghetti King. Thank you for watching. I love you all, and farewell.